I met a gypsy.
So when you did retire, how long did it take you to want to ride again?
I don't think I swung a leg over bike for like 2 years.
Dude, that's wild.
Mm-hmm. And then I went to OzX Open, pretty much.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What was that on a Yamaha
Cowie.
or a Cowie?
I was on a Cowie.
Fuck, how was that?
It was fun. Like it came back pretty quick. I was obviously out of weight, overweight, out of shape. But I almost podiumed. I think on night 3 maybe. Brayton got me with like maybe a couple laps to go. That's a very unique track. It's kind of like US Open. It's very simple. It's very easy. It's a perfect retired guys track. But no, it was gnarly. Like to be back in the mix.
So, I'm thinking like, okay, so 300 grand is about what it would take to get Ryan Villapoto off the couch for 2 years to race a Supercross.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was. I wouldn't do it now.
Did it like reignite something for you? Do you think?
No, not on the especially
not racing,
not on the
but
racing
riding.
side. No, not really. To be like track stuff is still is what it is. Like, and to be honest, I look at the riding side like more of the adventure side, meaning, like the trip that if we New Zealand, going down going down to see Ben and doing the off-road side of it, single track on like WRs or going T7. Like the riding part's more of a byproduct of I'm trying to go and now just experience like the trip in a different country and that side of it, and I'm using this as a platform to get me there. Yeah, so. Yes, I like the riding part, but I would prefer to ride like trails or, things like that.
Yeah.
Like go see things, see pretty stuff that you're out. It's just not riding around a track laps.
Yeah. I think that's one thing I think is going to really change in the next, like, because if you think about our generation, right, like we're the same age and I now want that. Like the funnest things I do, like the race, the Gypsy 500 that we're doing in Mesquite.
Yeah,
it's like 8 hours. You have your mates and you're all sharing bikes. You just get a transponder. It starts at 7. You don't have to look at what time your gate goes out. You don't have to pack your gate. It's just none of the shit that comes with like doing a motocross race. You're with your boys. You don't know who wins. You don't really care who wins. It's like, and then you're driving there, you're getting an Airbnb together, you're cooking good food, you're having it's all the auxiliary stuff that makes it fun. Mm-hmm. And then we do this ride every couple of years. We'll ride from Cairns to the tip of Australia. And it's like 2,000 Ks up and then 2,000 Ks back. And I did it on a KTM 300. You chuck some steg pegs on the thing, and you're either in single track or you're just fifth gear wedged on dirt roads, just sliding everywhere. And you camp. So we have I think we had 6 vehicles this time come, but they got all the food, all the piss, like everything to cook, and every night you're just going point to point. And you're just slowly making your way up. You'll camp at a river. You'll camp at a hostel.
That's sick.
And dude, you really get a chance to get in the zone when you're riding and get in the flow. One of my best mates, he was going through a divorce and he was like, oh, I don't know whether I'll go. I'm fucking got this and the kid. It's just too much, and we were like, bro, you have to come. This will be the best thing for you. And he spent 2 weeks with the boys. We were chatting it through it the whole time. It's real shit.
Yeah.
And then he was just on the bike for 2 weeks, just thinking about stuff in his head. And he's like, bro, best thing I could have done. I can't believe that I wasn't, gonna go on that trip. But there's so much to it. And I think now we're our generation, we grew up as the races and going to the races and watching and I'm never gonna not do that. But there's so much juice in those adventure rides and in, taking a T7 and a sleeping bag. That's one thing I want to do in the summer here. I want to get a T7 and I'm going to just build. I'm only going to take what I can put
what you need
on the bike. And I'm just going to go to Washington, Idaho, Montana and just live off the back of a bike. And those things.
It's hardcore, bro.
I love that shit though.
It's hardcore.
That's where I don't know. That's where you find out. That's where you find out. But like that trip to New Zealand, you know, it's like you just go and you ride all the bikes and just the pubs you stop at, the locals that you meet. Like that's kind of more what it's about than the ride itself.
Now it is the experience, who you're around. You know, like it's to the point now. You know, it's like fuck. I already have enough friends I can't keep up with, so I don't need any more that you know in relationships and experiences too that we can place around you know that. You know, because ultimately life's so busy. If I don't have Yamaha pulling me out, you know, I don't want to say pulling me out, but it's like, hey, we have a trip to Colorado for the T7. Like, I'm going to be there for 4 or 5 days, you know, with media and you know, so that's a lot of fun. If Yamaha's not asking me or pulling me out to do those things, what takes priority? Obviously my kids, home life, things like that. So it's good my position now is it's really awesome where I'm at. Like I'm stoked to be able to have all the time that I do have at home, but also have the outlet to be able to go out and ride.
How did the Yamaha deal come about?
So I retired. We moved to Washington for, I think it was, like I said, it was about 2 years. And then we moved back to California, like, right after the 2-year mark. And I had a deal with Cowie as like the ambassador, deal with them. I guess basically what MC is kind of doing for them now. But the year, basically 14, I think it was 13 or 14, they had ended up hiring MC also. So as I was on my way out, we had 2 of us doing the same job.
Yeah.
And this never talked to anybody about this. This is how me reading between the lines. So they had 2 of us doing the same job essentially. And when I decided to make the jump and go to Europe, obviously it wasn't, you know, it wasn't really, there was some bad blood inside of that, you know, like, hey, I'm peace out on my team that I've been with for 3 years. I'm going somewhere else. So that, you know, obviously there were some hard feelings there. And my deal basically got slashed when it came up to renew after the 2 years that we had done. It got slashed to like relatively nothing. So I'm like, okay, well, in my eyes, it was more, you made me an offer based on, so I couldn't go out and say, hey, Cowie just dropped me. Here's your offer, but you know, we really don't like you not to sign it, you know, type thing. That's kind of how here's
an offer that you don't want to take.
Exactly. Yeah. So at the number that it was, I'm like, you know what? It's been a great run. I feel like that's really, really low. Let me go see what else is out there. So I declined it before even having Yamaha.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.